because I do get the sense that that's a really important seriousness derogating element,
Yes.
that the social incentives will align for you to go back to the mean with anything, whatever it is that you do. Even if it's aggression, you will be socialized to be less aggressive. If it's funniness, like if you're too much of a comedian at all times, it's like, dude, come on, we're trying to be. It's a fucking funeral. Let's be serious here. But and I always wanted, especially because I was very sort of lonely as a kid, I always wanted to work out how to make people like me. I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to have friends. I wanted to have a support system. And it took probably until about a year ago for me to realize that I always thought that people wanted to be around charismatic individuals, other people around them to be charismatic, to have some sort of, gravitational sense, some sort of pull. And then I reflected on the friends that I like to spend my time around, and it wasn't the people who were the most interesting. It was the people who made me feel like I was the most interesting. So I came up with this idea of inverse charisma, which is what you want to be trying to cultivate is not necessarily a sense of everybody going, God, I'm so glad Visa's coming. He's going to tell us all these amazing stories. He's going to be like regale us with a dance. He's going to do the limbo thing again. We don't want that. What we want is Visa's going to come. Fuck, like he always brings the best out of me. I always feel good when I'm around him, and none of the feel good when you're around this person has got anything really to do with them other than their love, their kindness, their curiosity smeared across time. And I think it's just for the fellow charisma unenthused out there, the people who maybe don't think, well, I'm not, full of confidence and charm and wit and whimsy. It kind of doesn't matter. You can actually be one of the best liked people in the room to whatever regard you care about, simply by being interested in other people, not necessarily by just being interesting.
Yeah, I think there's a kind of a selection bias effect or a garishness effect. I call a version of this the Times Square problem, where like people like imagine thinking that the only thing in New York is Times Square, which is like all the ads and all the garish lights and everything, which is it's interesting to check out. But like similarly, like some people think, oh, the only people on YouTube are like Mr. Beast and whoever. It's like it's when there's like so much interestingness just like 2 streets down, 3 streets down. Like I follow this like publish some guy running a really old printing press kind of thing. It's just fascinating. And it's like that kind of it's not exactly the same thing, but like his love for his craft really shines, and everyone in his domain loves to be around that. It's just so nice to see someone lovingly tending to the thing that they care about, and it doesn't need to be showy or flashy or loud. That's just it's if you filter that out, suddenly you look at the rest of the landscape and it's like, oh, there's so much interestingness everywhere.